then I thought that I will speak about, like, I wanted to speak about myself. So I thought that I will speak that how I got here. When I started to think that how I got here, the one thing keep coming to my mind is that my childhood, how enriching and happy it was. The luckiest thing that can happen to you in your life is to have a happy childhood. I guess most of you agree with the other question on this one. When I started to think how I got here, the key thing that comes to my mind is that about me, I was born in a village in Kanyakumari. If you know that place, the tip of the Western Ghats, surrounded by sea on the three sides, with dense forest and freshwater lakes. I was the luckiest thing is that I was happy to be born there. I was lucky to be born there. The second thing, what I think about what makes or break a happy childhood is three elements. That's what I think is home, school, and neighborhood. My home, I was again lucky to have very supporting and caring parents who provided with me what all I wanted. The second thing, when I talk about my school, it was a village actually. So the school was integral part of the village. Most of the teachers live in that school, live in the village itself. So there was a very good care given to the students and the welfare of the students, how good they study. I studied well, obviously. So in my home, there was less policing. I got to do what I wanted to do. So in the weekends, how it used to be, there was plenty of places to escape. You can just get into a forest and go for trekking, or get into a lake, go for swimming all day, or just ride bicycles like F16. F16 crashed many times, but there were no complaints from the neighborhood. That's another most important thing. I consider that in that kind of a setting, what one can get is a very supporting and caring neighborhood. It was there. Then if you fast forward and see that there are two incidents I found that's brought a turning point in my life. The first one is that when I was about 10, I discovered a big cache of books in my home that was left by my elder brother who died due to heart disease. So I slowly started to read them. It really opened a whole new world in front for me. The more I read, the more I started generating a passion towards science. The second most important incident happened when I was studying 9th standard during the summer holidays. I happened to read two most important books in my life. The first one is This Fascinating Astronomy by B.N. Kumro. He is a Russian scientist that really opened up the world of astrophysics in front of me. I started to challenge my own religious belief and started to question them. It really got in a very significant change the course of my life. The second one is that my experiment with truth. I learned that how one can lead a very simple life and still become a father of the nation. This was about when I was 14. My school days was coming to an end. I was getting into higher secondary. Higher secondary in classes, the one subject I started, I paid more attention is physics. I ignored all the other subjects. So obviously my academics fell down. I was no more a student who studied very well. So it got my parents really worried. As most of us know that the marks what we score in higher secondary determine what course or college we get into. I always wanted to be an engineer. I want to study engineering. I slowly started to realize that is not going to happen at the rate it goes. Right? My parents started to worry that I even cleared the higher secondary. I got 3 months, that is towards the end of 97. I determined that I had to somehow make it up. I wasted like 1.5 years, plus 1 and plus 2, what we call it. Now I got 3 months. I cut a deal with my father that anyway, for the marks what I am going to score, I cannot get into a college, what we call as a free seat or a payment category seat. Like if you know that payment category is a tuition has to be paid by myself. My father agreed, he will pay that, provided if I am able to make it. The remarkable thing is that the determination really I got 3 months and 3 months I did it. I got good scores that will take me to a good college in a payment category. I did that. That was a remarkable thing in my life. Also, I started to realize that in this setting so beautifully placed, but I was deprived of the outside exposure, outside of what is going on. So I made a decision that I will move out of my place, out of my home, and get into a college that is at least 300 kilometers away from my place. I did that. It was a very good one. I studied mechanical engineering in classes. I was not a big sports person during school days. It got worse. I started reading books. Most of my free time I spending, I was spending in library when all my friends and classmates playing in the grounds, which I found it is alright. Now I started to play some attention towards sports, at least to get into a fitness center, in an office or in an apartment. I'm trying to pay some attention there. 2001 I finished my engineering. Then I moved to Mumbai for my first job. I lived in Mumbai for some time. Then I came to Hyderabad. I worked there for a few years. Currently I'm living in Bangalore since almost last 8 years. Slowly I'm thinking that I'm becoming a good engineer, which I always wanted to be. Life is a journey, so we have to do new things. Couple of months back, one other determination I had is that I want to become a good public speaker. That's what I am here, an aspiring Toastmaster. I'm giving my CC1 today, and I made a resolution that within the next 4 months I will be completing my CC10. I don't know whether I am going to make it or break it. I think time will answer that. Thank you so much.